WorkOS AuthKit is a full authentication platform that can scale with you from your first user to robust enterprise needs. They've just added support for Resend as a custom email provider to handle all your auth emails. In this video, let's look at how to add Resend as a custom email provider in AuthKit, as well as how to benefit from the visibility a custom email provider gives you. You ready? Let's go. Here I have a sample AuthKit repo running. I've added the environment variables and run the dev script. Now, because AuthKit includes a built-in email provider, I can sign in with AuthKit using my GitHub account and receive an OTP code. While the flow works well, I don't have full visibility into the email sending, deliverability, and metrics. So let's add Resend as a custom email provider. In order to use my account, I'll need to add my custom domain in Resend. This process authorizes Resend to send on my behalf, and it only needs to happen once. In the Resend dashboard, select Domains, and then add a new domain. We typically recommend using a subdomain to separate off different types of sending. The benefit here is that if one subdomain has deliverability issues, it's less likely to affect all the other sending from your domain. In order to authorize Resend to send on your behalf, you'll need to add specific DNS records to your domain. Here, I'm using Cloudflare, which means I have a one-click installation to add all of these DNS records. If you're using a provider that doesn't support this protocol, you can add each of these records one at a time. Once these records propagate, Resend will update the status, showing that you can successfully send from your custom domain. Next, it's time to add an API key. We'll use this API key to connect Resend and WorkOS. In the Resend dashboard, select API keys and create a new key. I'll provide a descriptive name and ensure it's set to full access, which is required to fetch verified domains and send emails in WorkOS. I'll copy it to my system clipboard as we'll need it in just a moment. Next, let's configure Resend as a custom email provider in the WorkOS dashboard. Under Emails, select Providers and enable Resend. Paste your Resend API key and then provide a sender email address. Depending on how you have your email configured, you may not be able to receive emails from your sending address. If that's the case, add a custom reply to email address to ensure your users can contact you with any problems. Next, let's test it out. I've logged out of my session and deleted the user. So let's set it up again. Once again, I'll receive an OTP code. Notice this time that the email was sent from my custom domain. While the functionality remains the same, I can now view the email in the Resend dashboard, which gives me visibility into the status of the email, provides key insights to help me improve deliverability, and more. There are several ways you can customize the experience. First, you can change the branding for your email templates directly from within WorkOS. Click on Branding and then edit the branding. Under Emails, change the brand colors or add your logo to fit your brand. Second, you can receive webhooks in your application whenever email events are fired. Since I'm using a Next.js application, I'll create a new webhook route and set up a simple webhook handler. Now, normally I would use my production URL, but just to show you how it works in development, let's set up a forwarding port where I'll forward anything from my local host to this publicly available address. Within Resend, we'll need to add this webhook and tell it which events we would like to capture. I'll paste in the forwarded address and then add API webhook to mirror my routing. Then I'll select the email events that I'd like to listen to. Now, because I don't want anyone to be able to access the endpoint, I can use my custom signing secret to verify that the user is authorized to see this data. Let's update the endpoint and then test the flow again. Not only will WorkOS send the email again, but now the Resend webhook will listen for all the events that I've selected in my webhook configuration. Within the Resend dashboard, I can see all the data that is returned on each of those events. And of course, I could set up my webhook to process that information, store it in my database, automatically remove users who hard bounce, and more. WorkOS's AuthKit is a robust authentication suite, and now you've got even more visibility thanks to this new custom email provider integration. What else would you like to know about working with WorkOS and Resend? Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Happy sending.